when I look at food, again, I look at it with energy. I don't look at it in calories. I look at it, is this food fresh? Is it organic? Is it in season? I look at the colors of the food. And so creating that paradigm shift in how we give meaning to food, because even the thoughts around food. So you could eat something and feel like, oh, this is not good for me, or I shouldn't eat this, and then it will not do your body well. But someone else could eat that exact same food and bless it and get benefit from that food. So teaching people about how food really affects you on a molecular level, so deeper than even a physical level. So your thoughts are so important when it comes to health. Your emotions really affect your organs and your cellular systems. I tell people that the body does not get sick in the physical body first. The body gets out of balance in the spiritual first, and then it affects the physical body. So keeping spiritual practice, whatever that is for you, and then the thoughts, it's the thinking of, you really are only as young as you think you are. And so as you keep your mind on good things and, looking at beautiful things and being in nature, these things will help overall to keep you healthy as well. Drinking good water, drinking restructured water, or mineralized water. So water is very, very important. And then exercise. I actually have just started studying the blood types. Mm-hmm. So eating for your blood types, or even exercises specific to your blood types. And I think it makes sense, because if we're all wired a certain way and our DNA is really what's controlling your overall health outcome, then yes, your blood type would have an effect on that. And I'm saying that because, like, for example, with my blood type, it's better for me to do exercises like yoga or qigong, where when I used to do more like kickboxing or heavy weightlifting, I would just be tired and I'd be exhausted. It didn't energize me. So learning what your blood type is and how to work with that, that's another key way that you can be healthy. And again, the relationships. It's so important to have good communication and support systems and relationships, because it goes back to that, it's the energy around you. That's the epigenetics. So if you have negativity, you don't like your job, you're, fighting with people, or feelings of jealousy or whatever, that energy around you, that can affect your energy. And so making sure that you have good social relationships. So those are like some of my top ones that I recommend for people to stay healthy.
You well said, our quantum university, the number one principle, downward causation, isn't it? That emotions affecting physical, that penetrates, right? So what type of clients and people you work with, and what type of emotional challenges that you encounter, and then how are you coaching, or how are you helping them to navigate? You can give us some of the relationship between emotions and different disease that you are working with.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I actually have a really good book. Let me just grab it. So, I mean, we know about I just happen to have it right there. So we know how different chakras, so we have our energy system in the chakras, and that each chakra is related to different organ systems and emotions. So you can do the basics, if you think about a person that is complaining of, throat, they get sore throats. That's usually, or they're like always kind of coughing a little bit. It's the energy, it's blockage trying to come out. And so we look at those different things when I look at someone's symptoms, or digestion, because I get a lot of clients that have digestive issues. So different digestive issues can mean different things and it's metaphysical. We're talking about metaphysics. And so the metaphysics of, say, someone that has digestive issues. So specifically, they are not able to digest food. They need to have digestive enzymes maybe. But the real question I ask them is, what are you having a hard time digesting? What in your life is bothering you? Like, what is really stirring in your stomach that you're not able to, that you just doesn't sit well with you? And then once we get to the bottom of that, it's like instant healing. I've seen it over and over again. Or like earaches. Well, what are you hearing that you don't want to hear? You have an earache. What is paining you to hear? And or maybe if it's blocked, what are you not open to hear? So these are questions that we ask, and this just comes with practice and knowing yourself, and then being able to connect spirit to spirit. So with me, you know, I've always grown up feeling like, how do I know these things? But it's a gift. It's like an intuitive healer. So, but what I know now is, Jen, when we talked, you had that same connection with your mom. So it's like, it's not anything psychic. It's really my spirit's connecting with their spirit. And then I'm listening because we're all connected to divine. We're connected to the creator God. And then I just hear and speak whatever I hear. And I just kind of put myself out of the way. But over time, I've noticed similarities. So that's how I've been able to recognize these things. But then I do have this book, and I'll share this with you later.
I
But
have one too.
You have this?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a great book because, I mean, there's like tons of things. And sometimes when I'm stumped and I can't really figure out what is going on, then I'll just look in here and I'll just ask them, does this sound like what's going on with you? And they're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I'm feeling. And as soon as they realize this is not a physical issue, this is an emotional issue, this is something I need to deal with outside of my physical, instantly they feel better. And I mean, my job is done really once you can connect that aha moment of, oh yeah, you're right, I really haven't been able, this particular thing is not sitting well with me, I need to go clean that up with that person. No more stomach ache. Yeah, so I mean, if you think
about what you're talking about, what the Dr. Nelson at the emotion code talks about.
Yeah.
How some trapped emotions stay in certain parts of our body, and that's what causes the symptoms and the diseases. So we need to clear those trapped emotions to be able to release the pain or the discomfort, the symptom.
Yes, yes. I tell people that all the time, that, you know, you can go to the doctor and you could take a pill and you could feel better. But if you want to truly heal, it's always an emotional. It's something emotional, spiritual, or could be trapped from childhood. Oftentimes, you know, adults that have chronic pain, fibromyalgia specifically, why are you holding that pain? And it came from something, usually a traumatic event of some kind. And if it's in childhood, sometimes they really need to work with like a hypnotherapist or a counselor to help take them back and heal the inner child, because you know, they just can't explain. Doctors can't figure out why they have fibromyalgia, but it's usually something repressed in the subconscious.
Very good.
Yes. So that's so well said. You know, so I think the awareness between the physical problems and where that's come from, just uncovering those we call cell stories, right? What happened to you? So all the information has been stored in the water, the cells by the frequency, right? So that's what the secret is all about.
Yeah, do an inner work. Just go and find what it is that's causing those different emotions that you're having, and just being in tune with your body and just listen to it, correct? So like when you're eating or when you're doing an exercise, just listen and see how your body is responding to it. And if you're having an open heart, like if you're having an expansion of your emotions, then that's a good thing. And if you're contracted and you're feeling like you're not as the energy is not flowing, and maybe that's something that you need to think about, and maybe stop doing what you're doing, or stop eating what you're eating that is causing you this discomfort in your body.
Yeah.
Right.
And the key to that is, you know, we live in such a busy life. Like even my life today is just, you know, one thing after the other, and you're going and you're going and going. And it would be easy if everyone would just, you know, sit for 15 minutes a day and really get in tune with your body. Because when your body's in busy or fight or flight mode, or your brain's constantly in beta, it really can't take the time to feel what's going on. So, you know, sometimes people will just wait and wait and wait. They have this something's brewing, but they're not paying attention to it. And then it's a critical moment where they're like, oh my gosh, you know, a heart attack. That didn't happen in 24 hours. That was years building up to that moment where, you know, if you're in tune to your body, you might notice that, oh, my heart's not quite regular. I feel like I'm under a lot of stress. Maybe I should address that sooner. And, you know, we call that's pro-conscious medicine. So it's being proactively conscious about your own healthcare.
Correct. That's true.
Now the word pro-conscious, isn't it? Yes.
Yes. We need to be proactive and not wait for something to happen to act.
Right.
Yes.
So the paradigm shift between the reactive, passive to the proactive. That's the future health, isn't it?
That's it. And us as digital health coaches, I mean, our job is really to assist and empower and just really hold the space for people to be able to come to their own health conclusion. And then, because I find if you tell someone, it doesn't click as much as if they get it themselves.
Right.
So being a good listener, so that person is able to, you know, come up to the conclusion themselves that, oh, that's what it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, for all this amazing information. Maybe the last thing you want to share with people and where they can find you, where they can just go and connect with you and learn more about you.
Sure. So you can find me at drcarla.com. That's my website. I'm also on social media and Instagram. And so, yeah, you can connect with me. I actually offer treatment that you can have from a distance, and it's done with bioradionics. So we can look at your energy and help you get to the root cause of things. But then also the Chi Vibe app is coming out. So I'm really excited about that for us to use, but also to give to our clients. It just makes everything that we are teaching so much easier for them to access all in one place, and it's going to be very affordable. And then it will track what what they're doing and give us the feedback as the digital coach, so that we're able to help them keep being pro-conscious about their choices. So a couple things coming up.
Amazing.
Wow.
I can't wait to see that.
Yes.
I'm very curious.
Very exciting.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll probably be talking with you again in the future.
Yes,
Discover
most
more
definitely.
about all your projects.
Yes.
Yeah.
And together we change the world one by one, right? And conscious awareness to achieve the proactive health and well-being. So,
Right.
yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
You
You too.
too.
Bye.